You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Reynold Draelus will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been... I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of... Make it quick. Thank you. How kind. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynold Draelus, we may have never uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynold arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So you can see we really don't need any help. But thanks for the offer. Poor Grom. I wonder... Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
Perhaps you can help me. I can't believe... Please, please, I need your help. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynold Draelus. He said he was a vampire hunter and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynold, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynold convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing, the guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. It's all that Reynold character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers... Of course, he says he's never been. There isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell... Frostcrag's spire has been uninhabited for so long. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're back.
Stop! Oh. Good day. I'm Tolgan, herald to Countess Narina Carvane. Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come. My lady holds court from... Safe journey, my lord.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, you're back.
Hello. Hello.
Have mercy. Just one coin. Fjotrid, you need... Ah, you mean that vampire hunter. Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you? That's a good deal. Thanks for your business. Good day.
Come on.
Go.
You get any closer?
What can I do? I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. Make it quick. Now that'll get you. See, was that hard? Raynil's staying in the last... I always liked Brayden and Arlene. What can I... Geliborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. Just look for me if you need anything else.
Hello.
Hello.
So, any new revelations in your... How'd you know about that? The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Geliborn was killed by Raynil not too long ago. Geliborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold... I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynil have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynil from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me...
Anything else I can... nothing else I can... Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel? They say he haunts the road. The Countess is Heartland Nibenian. And so are most... Just look for me if you need...
Just before I arrived here, I received a... Raynil was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Geliborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is... I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynil doesn't know... You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything. If you won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a... Please hurry.
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my... I saw you enter Olav's tap and tack before I could get there. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer. Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here. But then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low here for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom. Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
That the best you can do?
What news? Long ago, I made a promise to Brayden. I promise to never reveal to anyone what. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Brayden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Brayden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state. No, he always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge. The other members of Brayden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed. Only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like... Thank you, Brotherhood. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Brayden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet... Justice has been done.
Oh, hello.
Come on.
Well met, my lord.
It's a pleasure to see you. I've heard much about your... I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted... Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Narina Carvain. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics. Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and... In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil. A particular relic has eluded me for many years. I'm of course referring... Some see only the conflicts between Northern and... The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location... Are you familiar with... Look, there's no need to be rude. Please consider my proposal.
I see you work. You always bring in good business. You... Sure, why not? I might even be able to... Sure, why not? You've made a good bit of gold. Remember, shadow hide you. I see. You always bring in good business. You. That seems a fair price. Sure, why not? I might even be able to ransom it back to the original owner. Remember, shadow hide you.
Good morning. I'm Castav Provincial, and if you listen to that witch of... Good day.
Hi. What can I do? Goodbye.
What's your story? What's going on with you? The scuba trade is making a lot of money for the tribes in this country. A lot of that is going to the relief. If the Empire isn't going to stop the scuba trade,